But once I like broke through that, so I'm trying to relate this to you guys because I know you're sitting in a model, as a builder, and I'm sure this is what Daryl told me. Daryl said, if I don't get a referral from a lender once a year, whether that be a listing or a buyer, he believes that every lender, if they're working their circle of influence, if they are a decent lender, they're going to have one unattached client a year that needs an agent, whether it be a listing or a buy side. And if he doesn't get a referral from me in a year, that tells him that he's at least number 13 on the list because he thinks, sorry, his number was one a month. If you're a top producing lender, you're going to have one person a month that doesn't have an agent that you can refer out. So that means he's number at least 13 on my list, but I want to be number one on his, right? And so think about that because what value do you provide? You know, like, so if you can find things that provide value, maybe it's uh, a change that's happening in the industry that you found out about that might be important to them that you can send them. Maybe you find out that their favorite football team is the Patriots, and you see that something happened yesterday. I think it's the Detroit Lions coach got fired. You find out that was it the Detroit Lions or was it the New
No,
York Jet, the New York
Giants.
Giants.
Giants?
Giants,
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't you talk about
So
my Lions, Steve. Come on now.
I'd be lying if I did. Uh, but so if you can find ways to connect and relate to them outside of business, so that it's not constantly, hey man, we have these many listings. They're like, thanks so much. The other thing that Daryl told me one time that I thought was very important, he said, if you're a builder, and he told me this when he was talking to one of the Shaw salespeople here, email me that inventory list or email me those neighborhoods because when you text it to me, I can never go back and find it because the search function on the iPhone, I just can't find it. So email it because whenever that pops into my brain or I've got a new construction client that's looking in Broken Arrow, I can go to my email and search for Shaw Homes or Homes for Sale in Broken Arrow, and I can find that inventory list of like market homes that you sent me, and I'm not going to be able to find it on my text. And honestly, I'm not even going to go look on my text. So text me to contact me, but send information through email because when I want to go back and reference it, I have places to file those. Like I can put that in a folder. I can, file it somewhere where that if I ever need to reference it later, I can get back to it. And so that was one of the big things that he told me that when I thought, well, I would think it would be a lot more convenient to text it, especially with technology nowadays. But he's right. Have you ever want to go search for a text on your iPhone and it won't find it? I literally just sent this to someone like the other day, Aaron. I asked you about that, whatever that inland water park communities are, right? You sent it to me like 3 times,
Yeah, Crystal
but it's on
Lagoons. Mhm.
Crystal Lagoons. I could never find it. But if it was in my email, I probably would have been able to find it. So if you're getting frustrated with people not answering, I'll text you and be like, did you die? Do you hate me? Am I annoying? You literally never responded to me. Like, I promise I don't bite. And you might get like a laugh out of them or you might get a middle finger. Either way, you know where you're at with them, right? So it just doesn't really matter. You kind of have to get past the frustration of these people aren't responding to where you turn it into a game
All
where it's
right,
like,
so I'm gonna let me jump in here real
okay,
quick. So Steve, just so you guys know, Steve, at one point I told him stop calling me because for 3.5 years he pursued being the preferred lender. This is the same concept as you're doing with a realtor. He was doing with me, right? Called the Dream 100. I said, stop pursuing me. Stop calling me. I'm not going to make you the preferred lender. And I told him that maybe 6 months in. But he became the preferred lender at 3.5 years because he just didn't stop. And there is a process that you go through with getting irritated. And eventually there's a process that starts to happen where you go, okay, now I'm curious because you are freaking relentless, and it's like, now I'm curious. So for a realtor, for you guys, you know, first of all, let me say this to you, Justin. At level one, I know it's boring, but the people who do the boring things over and over and over again are always the most successful. Because what we do is not hard, it's just repetitive. It's what we call the core repeatable actionable processes. Doing the same thing over and over and over again is what gets results. And I'm just telling you that you have to just keep calling these people over and over and over again. At level one, that's what you have to do. You need to talk to them about what's on the script and not talk to them about a bunch of other things. You need to invite them every time, which is in the script, and try and book the appointment. You got to just do it. I know it's boring, but you got to do when most people, here's the reason most people never get truly successful is because they get bored instead
And
of
they stop too early.
boring down.
Oh,
They get
nice.
bored and highly successful people bore down and just keep doing it. Do you know how many times I've explained this process to somebody?
Probably a lot, probably.
Steve has watched me explain it probably 500 times because he's known me for forever. But I've been doing this for 30 years. You know how many times I've explained this process? But am I
Twice.
successful? Yes.
Twice.
Yeah, twice. It's been 2 times. This is the second time. I'm done. I'll never do it again. No.
Hey, Aaron,
Yeah.
everybody should get 2 books. They should get Go for No, get it on Audible, listen to it when you're driving. It's the reverse concept of playing it like a game. I'm just going to call till I get 25 no's. Instead of saying I'm going to get 10 appointments today or 5 appointments, I know they're going to tell me to kick rocks. And as long as I know I'm not upset. I'm like, yes, all right, I got another one. They told me to get lost. Next, I'm going to go get the other one. And the other one is a book called The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. And the reason The Secret is really good is it's all about the law of attraction. And I believe this is very, very real, that you attract what you put out. So if you go into the day with like negative, like I'm going to call this same person and they're not going to text me back or answer the phone because it's negative, you're attracting that. You're trying to avoid people not answering, and by speaking that into existence, you're actually, yeah, 811 number. Try. Go ahead.
Oh, sounds like he.
He's got to
One two
go.
four eight seven. Let me try. Sorry, ATC was talking to me, and she was mad at me.
No
But
problem.
I requested flight following, so I can cancel it if I want to, lady. 1 second.
Okay,
Center,
so
Sirius 811 number tries with you, level 10,500.
are you good, Steve?
3025, number try. All right, I'm good now. Sorry. But anyway, go for now and get The Secret. Listen to The Secret. The Secret will help you, Justin, with just your mindset of
Yeah.
like the positive and the law of attraction of attracting positive things. And there's a movie on it. It's like an hour and a half, and there's a book that I think is really good. I listen to it. If I'm in a pissy mood, or I'm just like F the world right now, I'll listen to The Secret for like 30 minutes, and it like resetting my brain, because usually, I don't know about you guys, but I start my day pretty early, and sometime between about 7:30 in the morning and about 9:45, I just get punched in the gut with something, like a problem. It could be personal. It could be related to one of my businesses that I have, you know, that the engine blew up on, and it's going to cost $45,000 to fix it. You know, a client that was an $800,000 loan that we put hours and hours in, canceled, doesn't want to. I mean, you just get punched. You just get that. You got somebody that to tell you that you're working on, that you're trying to bring to contract, that is not responding to you, or they tell you that they're going with another builder or something. And so you've got to think about like what's coming into your brain, and when you're getting that negative stuff that's coming in, this is my way, and everybody has it probably a different way. This is my way of kind of resetting my brain. So whatever that is, if it's reading the Bible, listening to scripture, putting on PD Jakes, putting on somebody that you respect that can get your brain to where it's kind of back to center, so that when you do get to make those calls, you're not doing it with like a negative attitude where you're just like, F this, Everybody's not going to answer again.